Yo, yo, yo. Yo, man, what up, yo, man? It's the star of the show. Gritty. Hey, we don't got no Wylie, no Preacher Pat. It's on me, believe that. What's good, man? First of all, I'd like to give a shout out to my wife, man. You know, we had some crazy news. She gonna need another surgery, so we just really, try not to be down in the holiday season. We got family coming out. We really just trying to, stay positive and keep our prayers. Thank you for all your prayers. Y'all really showing us mad love. We appreciate all the texts and all the love that we get. And she gonna be all right though. We gonna get through it. You know what I mean? We're gonna stay persistent. You know what I'm saying? God is good. Never lose the fight as long as you got God in your corner. Shout out to everybody who subscribes, like, and share. All the Gritty and Wylie fans out there. We appreciate y'all. Numbers been a little low. It's been a little crazy out here with timing and basketball going on, football going on. We love you guys. Continue to share, subscribe, and like. Gritty Challenge is still on and popping. Keep it going. Keep it flowing. We in the giving season, the holiday season. Show the love. Show the love. Shout out to my man Q for making this all possible. If you're checking it out, the vids is crazy. It's clarity. It's smooth. I'm looking mad flavorful right now. Appreciate my man Q. Shout out to my man Don P. You already know. If you ain't seeing it, if you ain't watching it, you need to get with him. Don P, Easy TV, stop playing, man. I don't miss nothing. You know what I'm saying? I was just watching a game last night, Golden State game last night. Catching everything. I don't miss nothing, man. I really appreciate that. You got to lock in, though. I keep saying it. Y'all got to blow them up. The information's on the screen. Stop playing. Stop paying all that money for cable and shit. Get right. Save some money. It's the holiday season. You want to, get an extra gift for your family. You going to need that bread, so say that. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Shout out to my man Wylie. He's a little under the weather today. You know what I'm saying? What up, fam? Get better. Get on that ginseng tea. Get on that sleep. You know what I'm saying? Part of this whole everybody getting sick, because I know you know somebody who's sick right now. I don't know if COVID is popping, but one thing is popping is these kids is not covering their mouth. They sneezing, coughing, handshakes. We got to kill that, man. Wash those hands, B. Cover that mouth, B. Stay home, B. If you sick, stay at the crib. I know some of y'all cats don't want to miss it because you know that work is the work. So you don't want to miss it. But what you're doing is you spreading and it's spreading and it's spreading. And in these close quarters, everybody getting sick. It ain't been the last couple of weeks where a kid ain't been sick or a kid shows up sick and spreads it and then the next kid is sick. And we during the season right now. So parents, adults, if you watching this, make sure your kid is washing his hands. If he coughing and sneezing and trying to stay relevant, put on a mask at least. You know what I'm saying? Put on a mask, carry some sanitizer, keep 6 feet away from the group, and maybe things will get better, man. But right now, we got a lot of people out sick. We got the holidays popping. It's Thanksgiving break. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody who's going to enjoy the holidays with their families. Be safe. It's that time of year. Make sure you grub. Make sure you grubbing responsibly, though. Some of you cats got to lighten up on the third and fourth helpings. Slow down, B. Shout out to SFA, man. The football season ended yesterday, man. It was a good game, 14-13 against IMG. The real work begins, man. I was just telling some of the little homies, football is football in the off season. During the season, it's fun. Everybody trying to play and get in. Off season's where the work starts. SFA off season starts today. Where you at with it? Shout out to the coaches. Coach Ken, good job of maintaining those guys, putting them in positions to be successful. It is what it is. We'll get IMG next year. We just got to continue to build, recruit, lay down that foundation. Shout out to SFA basketball, making moves. We had a big game the other day, blue versus yellow. Shout out to yellow. They pulled out. Pause. Blue did they thing though. Blue is full of young cats. We got a lot of young cats. We got a promising future. A lot of those cats can play. We got everywhere. We got 8th graders, 5th graders, 9th graders on that team really doing their thing. They showed some promise for the future of SFA basketball. Shout out to the national team down in the Daytona right now in the grind session. It's popping. It's a tough league, high level. So just, continue to support SFA. If you need any information, contact Coach B. I'll put you on. You know what I'm saying? It's popping over there. We got everything flowing right now, the education quality, the basketball quality, the football quality. If you're interested in SFA, holla at Coach B. I'll provide that information. Let's get to it. The first thing I want to discuss today is what's going on in New York City right now, man. The Giants, man. My hometown, B. It's crazy, man. I knew they shouldn't have drafted Danny Dimes. You know what I mean? I thought they should have went in a different direction. They chose not to. A few years later, you pay this cat all this bread, and you knew he was whack. Like, we knew he was whack, though. Yo, P, he was whack?
Yeah, he was whack.
Yeah, you know what I mean? We knew it. But what we do, New York overpaid, though. We'll pay some money to a nigga we know is whack. So we shouldn't have did it. We should have released him. But now we paid him. He still ain't produced. Now we just released him. So we got to pay him $25 million in the next year and a half. Dead money. Crazy. New York gonna go crazy over that. I'm telling them to tank. If you ask me, call Gritty. Tank the season. Bring in Shador. Bring in Prom. Change the city. You heard it first. Tank the season. It's a wrap. We ain't going to the playoffs, B. Fall back. I know it's a lot of pride and a lot of bonuses on the line. We ain't going to the playoffs. Fall back. Shador, Dion changes the whole city. Everything changes from there. Will it happen? We got so much money we paying out, we might front on Prom's price. Prom's price is going to be huge, so you got to be with it. And we need that, though. He's built for the city. His son built for the city. Look into it. And if you really got it popping, I would bring in Travis, too. I'm bringing in Travis, Shador. I'm bringing the whole Colorado Buffaloes. All of them cats come through. You know what I'm saying? Let's switch the whole thing up. It's a sad day in New York right now, man. The Giants haven't been relevant in years, and it's just disgusting to watch. You know what I'm saying? Now we got a cat that's about to come in, DeVito. I think he is an Italian kid from Jersey. He played pretty well last year. So I think that'll be, a good look. You know what I'm saying? Just to switch it up. But I was definitely looking at getting Shador over there. Tank the season. Listen to Gritty. You know what it is. Next topic. Let's move on to the NBA right now. You know what I'm saying? The NBA is popping right now. They got the in cups. They got the championship, the cups going on. They got a Golden State just played last night. They got it popping. You know what I'm saying? Let's look at some of these rookies, though. You got Jarrett McKay and Connect Four. Those are the two top rookies right now. McKay, he's doing all right. He had like a few 20-point games. He's playing hard. He's actually filling in for guys who are hurt. You got Embiid, you got Knee, you got Paul George who can't stay healthy. So you got the rookie really doing his thing. He's taking care of business. I think he's had about 5 games of 20 points or more. And then you got the Connect Four cat, Dalton Connect in L.A. He doing his thizzle. I don't think nobody really had him as a potential rookie of the year. But right now it's between him and McKay as far as rookie of the year. Obviously, I'm going to vote for Connect. You know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing. He's playing alongside LeBron. He's doing his job. He's making his threes, not over-dribbling, not trying to do too much. He's a catch-and-shoot guy, which really works when you got LeBron on your team. Because LeBron, the best offense for LeBron is to spread out, a little pick-and-roll action with Anthony Davis. He comes off of that, gets downhill, gets in that little elbow area, makes a decision if he gonna go, pass, or throw the lob. Right now, they kind of AD is going crazy, so you got to respect that lob action. Once that guy sinks off, boom! Now you got Connect on the 3-point line, killing him. AR's playing all right, but I think I might like Connect over Austin Rivers. I think I might like him over that guy. You know what I'm saying? Austin Reeves, my bad. But the Lakers doing all right though. I didn't think that this whole thing though with switching the coaches out, bringing in this young guy, he's got a podcast with LeBron. I didn't think that was going to work out to this magnitude, but it really is. JJ Redick is doing a good job, man. He's really doing a good job. I didn't see it coming. I thought it was kind of weird to hire him, but you know what? That young cat is really making moves. So shout out to JJ. He got them playing on both ends. He got them playing through Anthony Davis, which is very smart. That young cat can still get it done. And then you got the GOAT, you know what I mean? You got the GOAT playing out of his mind. You know what I mean? Another all-star year for LeBron. He going crazy. And I like the fact that all of the stuff with Bronny has died down. They kind of did that right. Shout out to LA for handling that correctly. You draft them, you got a lot of noise. Boom. Then we got to worry about, is he ever going to get on the court with his father? Boom, knock that out early. Is he ever going to score? Wait till he got to Cleveland and get a bucket. I think LA has handled that beautifully. Now he's off in the background doing a little G League thing, chilling. I just think that this guy's got a lot of years ahead of him, but these next couple of years he's got to develop. I keep having these discussions about him, and I'm like, he just hasn't played basketball a lot in the last few years. Did he deserve that draft pick? Maybe not, but do half of these Caucasian cats on Wall Street deserve their jobs Unc hooked them up with or Pops hooked them up with? Maybe not. So just because it happened in the game of basketball, stop being a hater. You know what I mean? Stop hating. All you haters out there. Can't help yourself. Stop it. Next on the list, let's look at what we got here. We got the ones. You know what I'm saying? We got the ones. We're gonna run the ones. We got two cats we're gonna talk about. I'm gonna be devil's advocate. I'm gonna flip it on y'all. We got De'Aaron Fox and we got Ja Morant. On this side, De'Aaron Fox going crazy, consistent. Sacramento is relevant. He's getting downhill. I think he had like 200 points in 3 games. Can't stop that. You know what I mean? Lefty, sweet jumper, has really developed over the last couple of years. I remember coming out of college, there was some concerns on his, can he change his pace? Can he run a team? I think at the time it was him versus Ball, like as far as who's going to be the better player, who's got the better future. I think De'Aaron Fox is answering that bell. Now, when you run the ones, though, and you compare him to Ja Morant may be a generational talent. He may be a guy who transcends this league if he can stay healthy. Ja Morant's biggest problem right now is his health. But the way he play, it's going to be hard to stay healthy when you dunking over Wemby. I mean, when you start climbing mountains out there, you're going to fall. And he hitting that ground a little bit too hard, man. But he got to get that. He got to get that corrective stuff with my man Mike. Get in that lab with Mike. Mike can keep that body right. Pause. So, you know what I mean? Just make sure you stay healthy, Ja, because it's beautiful when you out there. The athleticism is superb. Next level. He's like a 6'5" AI out there. You know what I mean? Handles elite. Jump shot is coming around. So I appreciate the work he putting in the gym. His athleticism is next level. The kid is the face of the franchise. I was just talking to somebody recently about, is he a guy you take to the Olympics? Can he be a world talent? I told them dudes, hell yeah, you take him to the Olympics. Ja Morant, if he healthy, is an Olympian. Don't sleep. So if you ask this dude over here who you pick, I'm going to go obviously with, I think I'm going to go with Ja Morant. But then, dude over here, I got a situation where I'm liking the point guard play of De'Aaron Fox. So, it's a split. I'm going to split it. I'm going to split the room. Half of us like Ja Morant, half of us like De'Aaron Fox. I think they're both young talent, young guys who could really make moves in this league. I'm paying attention to both of those guys. And I think it's just an amazing thing to have all this young talent in the NBA. So it's a split for me. I'm going to go with a draw, man. Split decision on that. You know what I mean? Or a draw, actually, a draw. I think both of those guys are amazing. They're young. They're entertaining. They're taking the league and taking it to a new level. So I give it a split decision. When you watch the show live, this time tap in. Let us know in the comments who you like, man. De'Aaron Fox or Ja Morant. I don't think De'Aaron got any sneakers out. So if you got to get some sneakers out, Fox. I think it's time. I think he earned it. Somebody sign that cat. If he is signed, let's get a signature shoe out for him. I think it's time for that. You know what I'm saying? The Ja Morants, they just got the second editions that dropped. I just copped the Nightmare joints. It was hard. Ja Morant's doing his thing. His sneakers is popping. Just stay in the crib, Ja. Stop all that gunplay. Stay out the videos. Stay out the clubs. Stop beating up kids. And you be straight out here, man. You be straight out here, Ja. Stop fighting kids. Did you lose? Oh, I got to check that. I heard it was a good fight, Ja. Come on, man. The next topic I wanted to discuss is a big topic, man. It's a huge topic when you talk about the game of basketball. It's called body language. You really got to tap into that, fellas. You really got to tap into that. Yeah, I'm saying it's all the way up to the pro level. You got guys in college. Ja'Kai Howard got issues with that. Rudy Gobert got issues with that. Y'all really got to fall back with that, man. These kids is really watching y'all. You know what I'm saying? They really watching y'all with this body language. I'm telling these kids all the time, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you don't talk and verbally, the only other way you really expressing yourself is through your body language. And you don't think coaches is watching it, man. I pay attention to all that. I got like this sixth sense. You don't even have to talk, but I could just see if your mind and if it's really locked in. One of my pet peeves is the bench. Like the bench guys. Like, where you at? We on the road. We in a hostile environment. We don't got no energy from the bench. The bench ain't even saying nothing. They bodies is talking. Man, when I'm going to get in the game, man, I'm better than him. Man, he messed up. Why you ain't take him out the game? Man, chill, B. Chill. You going to get your opportunity. Because it's those guys with the bad body language. When you get your opportunity and you ain't successful, then what? Where you at then? You know what I'm saying? Check your body language, man. I had a situation just recently. Took a kid out the game. He went to poking his face out, stomping his feet. And now this is high school. It ain't no middle school cats. High school cats. And I'm like, yo, what's good? Oh, man, I just wanted to stay in the game. I said, yo, man, this is a team sport. Your job is to now support your brother, not to say I don't want to come out the game through your body language. You got to be supportive of your team. Basketball is a team sport. Actually, obviously there's roles. Everybody has a role. And some guys' roles is to be on the bench. So if you clearly are defined in your role and you continue to show that body language of disinterested or disgust, you may have to think about a new sport. Because at the end of the day, everybody has guys on the bench. If your role is to come off the bench, play your part, and get back on the bench, no reason to show me through your body language that you're disgusted. Another body language check is if you don't get the ball or you don't get multiple possessions. I got this young kid who, if he don't get it in 2 or 3 possessions, he gonna let you know, the coaches know, and everybody in the stand know how unhappy he is. Really think about what you're doing, because you're really setting yourself up for a resume that says that I cannot be recruited. This game is starting to get to a point where athleticism is in every gym. Talent is in every gym. So now they're starting to look for separators. What is some small separators that really will move a guy forward on my recruitment board? So if you got the same jumper as homie, you got the same athleticism as homie, now we get into sportsmanship, body language, team language. I'm truly believe that if the body language is poor, you ain't gonna play. You're not gonna play. I'm not playing you. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to embarrass the game. You're not going to embarrass the front of that jersey. You're not going to do it. Body language, check that at the door. I advise all coaches, man, to check that, man. That body language thing is really starting to hamper the game. You got guys watching these guys on these Instagrams and YouTube. And what happens is these guys start to think that that's the way the game is played, is through the emotions. I'm not saying don't be an emotional guy, because that the emotions can fuel your adrenaline and put you make you go harder. But what I am saying is when you are not happy, or when you are sad, they can't tell. The viewer shouldn't be able to tell what emotion you're currently in through the way your body is being held up, the way you respond to a coach. You know what I'm saying? Stay respectful, stay locked in. You got these kids always wanting to go back and forth with the coach and the referee. For me, those is two no-nos. Sit down. If you act a fool when you sit down, get out. It's gotta be discipline and rules to these things. We got a lot of young kids paying attention to it. You want to make sure you're teaching the right thing. Body language is a big deal. I would definitely make sure you discuss that with your players because everybody's watching. All the cameras is out. Every game they got somebody's camera filming, making a highlight for somebody. It's important to make sure you understand that everybody is watching. Even when you don't think somebody's watching you on the bench, I got guys being disgusted, get to the end of the bench, take their shoes off, take their jersey off. Come on, man. You're not only disrespecting the game, you're disrespecting your coach, and you're also disrespecting your family. To me, a kid that's has a lot of body language and a lot of things to say, that means that's how you do it with your parents. Because you don't just turn that on when you come to the game. You disrespectful at home. Clean up the dishes. Man, why I got to do that right now? Or you may not say nothing. You just may give your parents a look and of disgust. And I'm like, yo, we got to chill with that, man. When an adult asks you to do something within reason, with respect, respond and handle that respectfully. Stop being so disrespectful, man. Y'all don't think it's disrespectful. I checked the kid one time. He said, "What did I say?" I said, "You didn't say anything. That's the problem." You see what I'm saying? They think they got to say something to be disrespectful. The way your body language is, it talks. I don't need you to say "F you" out your mouth for me to know you saying "F you" through your body language. You know what I'm saying? Be respectful, man. All these coaches and all these guys that's really trying to help you out, they're just trying to help you along the way on your goals, man. You trying to get to the next level, there's rules to it. You got guys in college right now that's not playing. I know Howard over there in Auburn had an issue. He wasn't getting the basketball. So he started acting a fool. That ain't going to work. You're going to get talked to, sit down, and then they may ask you to transfer. You got pro players acting out. Rudy Gobert, one of those guys. I guess he's having a problem. He ain't getting the ball, or he feeling like the league is disrespecting him, or blah, blah, blah. He acting a fool. Chill out, B. Chill out, man. You're getting a fat check. Show respect. You got kids watching. Show that respect out there. The ways you handle it is you set these rules. You know what I'm saying? You kind of like at the beginning of the season, you talk about what levels of protocol and action is going to happen when you need to discipline a guy. Right now, I'm on sit a game. I did a lot of talking in the preseason. I did a lot of talking in the offseason. Now I'm down to, yo, man, just sit a game. They value playing the game more than they value being in practice, being in school. You take a game away, the pain is there. It's almost the equivalent for some guys like losing their phone. They go crazy. But I'm like, where was you at when in that time or in the moment when you needed to make a good decision to go to play the game? You know what I'm saying? So make sure you understand body language is very important. Your attitude is very important. Everybody is watching. I can't say that enough, man. Be cognitive of what's going on with that. You know what I'm saying? I've got so many examples of these kids who just, talk to the ref or got something negative to say to the ref, or may not even say nothing to the ref, just always looking at him crazy or always showing some language of disgust. Tighten that up, man. It's important. You teach it. You got to remember, man, younger kids are watching, even if you don't think you're a role model. Like, sometimes I be talking to these older guys like, you're a role model and don't even know it and don't even want to be. But it just is the way it is. I'll never forget a couple of decades ago when Charles Barkley used to come out with these commercials that I'm not a role model. Don't follow me. But I'm like, you got to understand, anytime you're on TV or anytime you're making a lot of money, people are going to always look at that as a role model, somebody they want to be like. So understand that you have a responsibility that's greater than yourself. You know what I'm saying? Understand that even if you don't want the responsibility, it is what it is. You gotta be okay with understanding that you're teaching constantly the next generation on how to behave in these sports. Whether it's football, I know you know what I'm saying, USF a couple of weeks ago had a whole sideline situation. You got constantly guys going back and forth with the officials and back and forth with their coaches. You know, I understand. One kid told me, Coach, I'm only doing it because I'm mad. You got to learn how to control that if you're trying to get to the next level. You know what I'm saying? It's the standard is set for the 5 stars. You can't be a Joe and feel like, yo, I could go crazy on a coach. Or I could show a lack of respect on a coach. Check yourself, man. Check yourself. I had a situation, and this is another thing I want to talk about. Just because you see 2 or 3 homies getting at a coach being disrespectful, that don't mean that's a door for you to walk through. I had one kid tell me, man, why the coach suspended me? All them other dudes was cussing him out. I said something that I didn't like. He said something to me I didn't like. I gave him a piece of my mind, and then he suspends me for a few games. What's up with that? He targeting me. He ain't being fair to me. You don't know what the situation is. Sometimes these coaches have these relationships with players that go beyond what you see. It may be a situation where he recruited them, he brought them, they transferred in 2 or 3 years, and whatever dialogue they got going on, don't always think that is something for you that you could do. You know what I'm saying? He cussed at him, so why I can't cuss at him? You know what I mean? Did you get the suspension, and now you mad because you now telling everybody, well, he didn't suspend X, Y, and Z. Control yourself, man. Be respectful. I understand that these sports gets high level pressure. You trying to get recruited. You want to win. You want to look good doing it. And now you're so emotional, somebody get on your nerves, and now, or somebody you feel like attacking you, and now you gotta respond with cussing and acting a fool and being disrespectful. Everything your parents told you not to do with an adult, it comes out because you saw the next man do it. Stop being a follower, man. Be a leader. Next time, maybe pull homie aside, man. Don't disrespect the coach like that, man. Show the respect, man. Show some respect. You know what I'm saying? Put some respect on it. These coaches work hard, man. These teachers work hard because it's not only body language on the football field, basketball, and sport. It's body language in the classroom. Show the respect, man. As a first-year instructor of education, these kids is you know, it's a lot of disrespectful things going on, and I think a lot of it starts with because parents are spending a lot more time in their profession trying to make those moves and giving these kids a lot more time to be taught by internets, to be taught by, you know, what's going on in the Instagram world or the TikTok. TikTok has its good points, but it's also a teacher. So make sure you checking on your kid on how he learning, man, because if he learning the bad things, he gonna do the bad things. And I think a lot of these kids spend time learning bad things, bad habits. So it's tapping a little bit more parents on, you know, don't just show up to the game and start snapping on youngin about how he acting out there. You got to stay consistent. You see him act a fool in practice. You see him act a fool in the scrimmages. You got to tighten that up. Coaches are watching that. That is now a separator. I just talked to a few coaches that said, man, all this talent in the room, I'm down to trying to figure out if this guy's a good teammate, his body language, how he respects the referees. Stay cognizant of that. Understand that coaches are now paying attention to everything you do so they know who to give the scholarship to. Who should I give this $80,000 scholarship to? Is it you or is it him? He's respectful, you're disrespectful, you off the board. Watch your body language. Watch the way you talk to the adults. Watch the way you handle your coach. Be respectful. Be respectful. If you're not going to be respectful, just walk away. Respectfully walk away. Coach, I'm a little emotional right now. I can't handle this situation. Can I talk to you when I calm down? I'm sure he would understand. Lock in. If you want to be recruited, watch your body language. They watching you. Yo. It's time for a new segment. It's called Gritty Picks, man. I'm gonna jump into this world, man. There's a lot of bread going up. So if you want some high level, if you want expertise, If you want somebody that's going to help you get some cheese, tune in. Coach B's going to the gritty picks, the lock-ins. You know what I'm saying? As I build on this, we'll get to the parlays and all that. Right now, we'll get to the underdogs and all the spreads and all that at the next ep. Today's ep, I'm just getting straight to the locks. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm gonna lock you in on the NFL picks for this week, for week 12. Pay attention, tune in. I know this game. All right, let's start it. We got Titans and Texans in Houston. I like CJ Stroud. I ain't gonna lie. I think that's a generational talent. I think Mixon is a good running back. Their defense is solid. I think their wide receivers back. They big time wide receivers back on the field. I like them, especially at home. The Titans are a formidable opponent. I think they've got a good future. I think they're struggling right now with the quarterback situation. So if you with Coach B, if you with the gritty picks, I definitely would lock in with the Texans this week. The score, I'm not sure. I would say maybe 21-14. But who gonna win? Lock in. Gritty said it. Texans. Stop playing with me. Next one, we got the Vikings and the Bears. Woo, woo. You know what I'm saying? If I could stand up right now, Gritty on this one. But I like, you know what? It's in Chicago. The Bears been playing good football. Caleb is not a bad quarterback, man. I think that was a good pick. I think he's going to have a bright future. I think they've got a few tough losses recently. I think they had a Hail Mary, and then they missed a field goal. I think the Bears is on track, you know what I mean? But, the Vikings been playing well all year. They've got, whoever would have thought Sam Darnold would be a guy who's really stepping up in his, I think, 6th or 7th year in the league now. But the fact of the matter, the kid is still young. I think Sam Darnold is still only 25. Check that. Yo, Wylie, check. Oh, ain't no Wylie. Check that. Yo, but I think he's still only 25, maybe 26. So if you with Gritty and his picks, I'm going to go with the Vikings. I'm going to go with Richard Jefferson. Oh, not Richard Jefferson. My man Jefferson, Gritty over there. I'm going to go with him. I think Sam Darnold is going to make it happen. I think Caleb still got some time to really develop. So if you with me, I'm going to go Vikings. Lock that in, yo. Next game, you got the Commanders and the Cowboys. You got Washington at home against them bum boys. I call them the bum boys. What you call them? You spent all that money, Jerry Jones. They ass. You better open up that checkbook, man, and get my man Dion over there. Prime time. Tell him to bring him and both of his sons. Bring your family, man. Change the whole game, man. The Dallas Cowboys suck. Bottom line. They suck, man. They whack, man. Stop it. They spent a lot of money over there. They just spent $199 million on Dak. Why? Why would you do that? Dak has been a consistent Joe. He's a Joe. He's average. He's regular. He's in the playoffs, man, get out of here. I'm not paying him all that bread. Yo, you gotta be joking me. I paid him all that money. What, he played like 5 games this year? The year before, got smacked in the play. Like, I don't understand. Like, I get it. Oh, being an NFL quarterback is so rare. You gotta pay a guy like New York paid Danny Dimes. Like, what? Like, y'all, man, if y'all want to pay somebody to just wear a uniform, holla at me, man. Holla at me. The Cowboys are terrible. I don't understand why anybody would be betting on the Cowboys this week. If you betting on the Cowboys this week, you might as well just let me send you my Cash App. Send me the bread. You'll get more production out of me. You know what I'm saying? Cowboys terrible. Now the Commanders up and young coming. You got the quarterback of the future out there. He's slinging that thing out of LSU. Jaden Daniels is the future of the league. He kind of got a little RG3, but a little bit, more, a little better, more effective, more smarter. So if you're going with gritty picks, I'm definitely going with the Commanders. Them bum boys, don't bet on them again this year. I don't care. Even if you're a fan, next year you gotta be a fan. Tell Jerry Jones to get his checkbook ready. bringing the whole Sanders family. If you listening to me, gritty picks, holla. Next one, we got the Patriots and the Dolphins. Now the Dolphins got, the Dolphins. It was sad. We got Tua who had the little injury, the concussion for like the fourth time, and so they got off to a rough start. But the Dolphins got the offense and the defense. Now, can they get to the playoffs? We'll see. They're not. A couple of games under 500 right now. The Patriots is in the middle of trying to figure out that identity. They got Drake May starting at quarterback. I think that's a good look. They play in Miami on that track. So you got all that speed down there in Miami. If you asking Gritty what the pick is, I'm locking in on with the Dolphins. Patriots, they got a few years before they get back to it. You know what I'm saying? They got to make a few moves. But they had their reign, man. Yo, this thing is built in ups and downs, man. They on the down right now. If you putting your money on the Patriots, you sleep. Stop it. Holla at me. Send your bread this way. Dolphins, Gritty is locked. Next one. You will really have somebody really betting on the Panthers? The Chiefs and the Panthers. I don't care what the spread is. The spread could be 40. If you go with the Panthers, you crazy. Bryce Young, very nice young man. Very respectful. Quarterback, hated it. Awful pick. I got peoples out there in North Carolina. Man, the homie's a great guy for your daughter to marry, but he ain't an NFL quarterback. Stop it. He'll be a great coach at the high school level. NFL quarterback, stop it. Can't. I like the Chiefs. They're coming off the loss. They tight right now. They haven't really played super, super great this year. They had a couple of decent games, but to be, I think they 8 or 9-1. To be at that, we're not playing great right now. I think that's a testament to the great Patrick Mahomes. So if anybody is putting their money on the Panthers, if anybody is thinking about they should, man, you crazy. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Chiefs, Gritty lock. Now, this is a game that hurts. The Buccaneers versus the Giants. Obviously, you cannot put your money on the Giants. The G-men are in turmoil right now. We just got rid of our starting quarterback. We got the third string starting. The Bucs is due for a win. Mike Evans is back. Baker Mayfield is the top 3 quarterback when you're looking at his numbers. That's an easy pick. It'll be cold, though. That was the only thing. Them Tampa boys going to have to pay in the cold. Bring your Long Johns. Bring your Scullies. Bring your, bring your thermos because it's going to be cold. I think the weather in New York is going to be about 45 degrees. So, but that ain't going to be nothing because the cold will be their challenge, not the Giants. The G-men are done. Time to tank. Break out the checkbook. Go get the Sanders family. Y'all should be. It should be the Giants and the Cowboys bidding $100 million, $200 million, $300 million, whatever it takes. The Gritty lock is the Buccaneers, and I say that with all due respect for the Bucs and the whack Giants. They just too whack this year. It's crazy. I live in Tampa from New York, so this is a very emotional game for me. But the Giants don't have a chance. The G-men don't have a chance. I don't see Phil Simms walking through that door. I don't see Joe Morris walking through that door. I don't see none of those guys playing ever again. Where's Lawrence Taylor? Let's bring him back. Lawrence Taylor's probably in a brothel somewhere. Chill, LT, chill. Yo, Gritty pick. Buccaneers, lock. Next game, Lions, Colts. They playing in Indianapolis. Now, the Lions is one of the best teams in the league. The Colts is on a roll. They got that young quarterback out of Florida, Richardson. Not a bad quarterback, man. Just got to make some good decisions with his body as far as when to run, when not to run, when to slide, things of that nature. But Detroit is flying high right now, man. Jared Goff is playing the best football of his career. They thought he was done. They threw him over there to Detroit thinking that it was just going to be like ooh, we got you, ha. We got Stafford. We giving you Goff. The LA got what they got. They got the Super Bowl, but Stafford is done, though. It's a Reynolds. Golf still got some life left in them. I mean, you know what I mean? They 9-1 right now. They look good. They throw the ball good. They run it well. He makes good decisions. The play action is ridiculous. He got good receivers. His defense is solid. You know what I'm saying? So if you want the gritty pick, the gritty lock. Lions. You know what I mean? The Colts will fight, though, but the Lions is going to take that. You know what I'm saying? Gritty lock. Next game. Broncos. Raiders. The Raiders. That's going to be a good game, but the Broncos is playing good ball right now. Don't sleep. That Bo Nix cat is the truth. Like, for real. The kid can play. He's a good decision maker, good strong arm. He makes right decisions. He got decent receivers. Defense is playing well. The Raiders is still in that weird place, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. They got Manchu as the quarterback. He's really a backup. I think the starter got hurt. I don't really understand their identity. They best player is the tight end out of Georgia. Bowens, I think his name is. The quarterback I like him as a backup. He can improvise. He can make plays. But the Raiders is just not in a good place. The Raiders. I'm going to go with the Broncos. The gritty lock. Broncos. Play with it. Yo, holla at me for your ticket picks, man. Don't play with it, man. I'm telling you. This is good money. If you want to make money, tune in. Gritty, Wylie. Tuesdays, 7 p.m. Now we talking about getting a bag. Stop playing. Lock in. It's a new segment. Gritty picks. You know what it is. Next game. 49ers, Packers. They in Lambeau Field and it's freezing. It's like 12 degrees up there, man. Those 49er cats are going to go out there and freeze it out, man. I think, if I'm not mistaken, let me tap in with my reporters. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I think Brock Purdy is out. If I'm not mistaken, Brock Purdy is hurt for this game. So I definitely wouldn't take the 49ers in the frigid colds of Lambeau Field. You definitely wouldn't pick them cats up there. It's freezing. And you don't have your starting quarterback and a few guys are banged up here and there. Nah, I'm not doing it. I'm going to go with the Love Cat. He's playing good. They at home. It's 12 degrees. The tundra is frozen. I'm going to go with the Packers, man. Gritty pick. Lock. Packers. Get your bag. Let's go. Next game. Eagles. Rams. That's a good game, man. They in LA. Eagles are actually playing good football right now. So I'm gonna go with the Eagles. I think they figured it out. I think they figured it out. They running the ball and they living off of the play action. They cut down with a lot of throws. I think they had Hurts trying to be a drop back quarterback too much. I think his talent is a little play action, a little read option. He got good receivers, Smith and the other cat, forget his name, Brown, Smith and Brown. So I think they got good receivers. They got a good tight end. They got good position players. The defense is solid. I think they travel. I think they go to LA, sunny LA, where it's nice and warm, and I think the Eagles pull that out. So make sure you understand that. That's the gritty lock pick right there, the Eagles. Pick them on the road. You know what I'm saying? Hurt. Last but not least, we got the Ravens and the Chargers. The Chargers is playing good football, man. Don't sleep, man. Harbaugh is doing a good job. He got them guys motivated. He got a nice young quarterback. He got some pieces. Now, are they all put together for a championship run this year? Nah. Ravens? Yeah. They got the MVP again. They got the running back who's leading the league in touchdowns. They got Flowers who catches everything. His yards after the catch is crazy. They got my man Aguilar. You know what I mean? What up, Frank? Frank Bro out there getting it done. I just think the Ravens are built to make a playoff run. Somebody told me the other day they like Detroit and the Ravens and the Super Bowl. I said that's too easy. That's basically the best teams out of each division. It never really, really works like that. You always have a surprise somewhere along the way. So I don't know who's going to be the surprise. It won't be surprised if KC get back to it. But the Ravens, Detroit, I don't see it. But the Ravens beating the Chargers, gritty lock. For sure. Make sure you know what I mean? Let's go through those again just to make sure. I'm going to make sure you lock in. Titans, Texans, gritty lock. Vikings, Bears, Vikings, gritty lock. Them doodle boys versus the Commanders. Commanders are locked. No Cowboys, boy. If you betting on them, boy, you a funny dude. Funny dude. Patriots, Dolphins, gritty lock. Chiefs, Panthers, Chiefs, gritty lock. Buccaneers, G-men. Doodle Giants, boy. Buccaneers, lock. Lions, Colts, Lions, gritty lock. Broncos, Raiders, Broncos, gritty lock. Cardinals, Seahawks. Did I miss that? I might have missed that one. Cardinals, Seahawks. I think I did because that's a good game. But they in Seattle. But I like the way Kyler Murray is playing. But Geno is a good quarterback. That's going to be a toss-up. I'm going to go with Seattle because they in Seattle. I'm not going to be mad at you if you get down with the Cardinals, though, because they playing really well. They got the tools. Harrison Jr. is doing his thing. I wouldn't be mad at you if you go Cardinals. But Gritty is going with the Seahawks at home. Gritty lock. 49ers, Packers. 49ers, their QB is hurt. They in the frozen tundra. It's going to be 12 degrees. They're going to freeze their balls off. I'm going to go with the Packers. Gritty lock. Eagles, Rams. Eagles is playing big-time football right now. The Rams is kind of like, if they don't throw it well, they don't really defend that great. Eagles, gritty lock. Last but least, the Ravens versus the Chargers. Lamar, King Henry, Flowers, Ravens, gritty lock. Yo, so that's the gritty picks for the week. Hey, if you trying to make that bag, lock in on that. I know what I'm talking about. Don't even act like you don't know. Get with the show. Gritty and Wylie. We making money now. We helping you get the bag. Get to it. Get the bag. Gritty lock, new segment. You know what it is. Holla at me. Moving on to the next segment. It's that time of year, and I'm having a lot of conversations about this. So I'm needing the people to really help me out with this. The culture. We talking about the culture. All right. And one of the things that pop up in Florida this time of year is the classic. It's the classic. It's the game versus, if I'm not mistaken, is it Fam versus P? Fam versus who in the classic? The football game. Is it Bethune? Put it this way, no one goes for the football game. No one goes there for the football game. I think it's Bethune or Fam. I don't even really know. You know what I'm saying? Bethune Fam, right? Bethune and Fam is called the Classic. Now, do everybody get out there for the football game? Nah. But let me ask y'all this question. When is it too old to be worrying about going to the Classic? Like, when is that time of, yo, man, I got to go to the Classic? When is that in? I was talking to a few homies about that recently. Like, yo, man, y'all about 50. Y'all still worrying about the Classic? And from what I understood the Classic, I went once or twice when I first moved out here years ago. And it's a big situation. It's a big deal. It's popping. You know what I'm saying? But it's really about the things that go on off the field, the parties and the hanging out and all that. So my question to you cats that's starting to hit 40 and 45 and 50, when is it too old to be going to the Classic? When does it stop? Like, when do you stop going to the freak meet? You know what I'm saying? When do you stop going to the Diddy parties? You know, when do you stop? Like, how old is too old, man? If you ask my opinion, man, once you get out of the 20s, everything that answer should be brought up every time you do something that you did when you was in your 20s. You know what I'm saying? So if you was going to the Classic and you was 18, and then you went to the Classic at 25 and 29, 30, like, when is it in? When is being in that scene with a bunch of young people partying, when is that over? When do you think it should be okay not to go or okay to go? Like, are you home with wife and children and planning to go to the classic with the homies? Like, I understand some of y'all are alums of Bethune-Cookman and alums of FAMU, and it's a homecoming type environment. You get to see some of the old homies and reminisce, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, I get it. But when is it too old to be planning to go up there to party, to hang out? I never hear anybody talk about the game. All I hear is the festivities that happen. The strips be popping and the parties, the kickbacks, all of that. I never hear about, yo, man, fam gonna win the game this year. Think about your circle. Does anybody talk about the game? Who's the quarterback for Bethune-Cookman? What's their records? Who's gonna be the gritty pick? Who you pick in that game, or do you even concern yourself with the game? Ask yourself that question. Are you going to the classic to watch football? Or are you going to the classic just to hang out, to see what the latest fashion is, the latest drink is? What are you going to the classic for? Think about it. Think about it as you make those hotel arrangements. Think about it as actually, the classic is today. Now that I think about it, the classic is today. So you've already made your hotel arrangements. You already got the outfit. You know what I'm saying? You already bought the new shoes. You already did all that. Was it worth it? Are you really invested in the classic? Or are you invested in the partying? When are you too old for the classic? That's a good question. Because I know some cats who's trying to head out there today that's well over 40. You know what I'm saying? And I asked them who the quarterback for Bethune is. They was like, what you mean? What do I mean? I ain't going to the game. Oh, you're not going to the game. You're just going out there to hang out. Stay your old ass home. That's the problem. These old cats try to stay relevant by hanging out in these parties. That's where you get all this confusion and things happen. Stay home, man. Stay home with your family. No classic for me. I'm at the crib. When is it too old to say no to the classic, the culture? Let me know in the comments. You know what I mean? Let me know when too old is old. Some of y'all cats be like, as long as you just going to the game, I don't see nothing wrong with it. Come on, man. Tighten up. Tighten up. You know what I'm saying? Tighten up. All right. As we start to conclude this show, man, I just definitely want to get into a little word today. Just want to kind of just give a shout out to my man, Preacher Pat. You know, this is normally his segment, but I got no problems, giving y'all that word. I'm in line with God. God is my Lord and Savior. As we, I think this whole month we've been kind of tapping in on Thanksgiving. This is the season to give, man. The season to celebrate your neighbor. The season to show love to your neighbor. And recently at school, we had a discussion Wednesday about loving thy neighbor and what those things are like. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of these kids believe that it should only be about them. They only should be focusing on themselves. That's not why we're here. We wasn't put here just to only focusing on ourselves. We was put here to share knowledge, to share things with others, to uplift others as you are uplifted. It's important to understand that we all have a purpose here. And the sooner you find out your purpose, the more you can fall in love with it, the more you can enjoy it. We're all givers. We were all designed to give. Just be conscious about that. This is that time of year to share and to care about others, families, your distant families. Reach out to those guys. Reach out to family members you don't talk to on a regular basis. Show that love and compassion about life, human life. We want to continue to push human life abroad, and you do that by spreading the gospel, spreading that word. I recently had the kids talk about different scriptures in the Bible and what it means to them. And they say it, they read it, but they don't live it. You got to live it. Live it. If you believe in it, live it. I believe in giving and caring and sharing. I try to give my time maybe to a fault to others and not enough time to my wife. I'm going to work on that. just believing in the gospel and spreading the word of God. I'm working on that. I'm continuing to do that. I honor him every day. I pray to him every day. Sometimes people don't make enough time for God in their day. He ain't asking you for hours. He's asking you to honor him. He's asking you to worship him, to praise him, to communicate with him, not only in need, but communicate with him on a consistent basis. Sometimes I think people get into this, I gotta be doing bad before I give God his glory. Nah, God wants you to give him his glory when you're doing good too. Like not only bad, but good. When you do something good, give God his glory. Pack a plate this Thanksgiving. Show some love. Send somebody a cash app. Help people out. Be helpful to others. Don't tear each other down. I think we, as people, sometimes we spend so much time hating and tearing people down. It's about uplifting people, and it's easy. I mean, all you have to do sometimes is just acknowledge somebody in a respectful way. Hey, how you doing, man? God bless you, man. Little simple things like that go a long way. Just stay in line as much as you can with the walk of Jesus Christ, man. It's not easy. Day by day is impossible to cope sometimes. You feel so much stress and pressure on every day. I wake up every morning, man, just thanking God He's giving me the strength to affect somebody's life in a positive way. Can I be better? Absolutely. Am I a saint? No. Do I have flaws? Yes. Do I acknowledge them? Yes. Do I pray for forgiveness? Yes. And in that, I continue to be able to sleep at night, knowing that I've given up everything to that day. Every day should be the day that you get better from the day before. You see what I'm saying? So if your greatness was felt yesterday, be greater today. And greatness is not a monetary thing. It's not about money. It's not about things. It's not about what you have. Greatness is the way you affect other people. Do people talk about you in your circle about how great you are, how good of a man you are? That's how you know you're starting to tap into that next level of self-gratification. When you're not around, talk about you in a good light. And not talk about you because you've done things for them, but not only for them, but for others. Yo, man, he always is sharing and caring. He always spreads the gospel. He always is in a good light. Those are the kind of people you want to surround yourself with. Those are the kind of people you want your children to be around with. You want to be around those who constantly are positive. Do I have my bad days? Absolutely. Do I kind of keep to myself? I try. But if you take anything out of this episode, man, just understand that this is the time of giving. We in the middle of the holiday season. You got Thanksgiving, you got Christmas. None of those are selfish holidays. None of those is about you. All of those is about others. Thanksgiving was built around trying to communicate with the people you don't know. Break bread with those you don't know. Share cultural stories. Share stories about your past. Enjoy your family, man. Get on the phone with some of those distant relatives just to say you love them. You may not even know them, but you love them. You love them because they come from your blood. They come from your ancestors. Love thy neighbor, man. I think that's so important. You sit next to somebody, you don't even know them. Get to know them. You know what I'm saying? Get to care about them, man. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. This is a time and a season of giving. The Gritty and Wylie family says, we love you guys. Enjoy your families. Enjoy that turkey. I'm looking for some fried turkey. If you making fried turkey, please holler at me Tuesday at 7 p.m. on the group chat so I can swing through for a plate. I'm looking for that good fried turkey. If your mac and cheese is bananas and you want me to rate it, holler at me on the Gritty and Wylie live tape. You know what I'm saying? It's Gritty. I appreciate y'all guys locking in. I had to do the show dolo, but I'm good with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm good with it. You know what I mean? My brother Wylie, my brother Preacher Pat, my brother Dom P, my brother Q, Gritty Wylie, happy Thanksgiving. I'm out.